A status quo peace has granted the High Dominion of Syndar an unexpected new vassal, not to mention returned control of all of our planets to us. Now, we can begin to lay the groundwork for becoming Galactic Emperor. Because after what this series has done to me for the last 21 episodes, oh, it's happening. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Galactic Paragons in our High Dominion 2 series. So we still have one fleet that is MIA and waiting to return, but we are not going to unpause. We're at the 12th day of the 4th month of 2317. And I am just going to, first things first, we're going to go through and address like immediate stability concerns. Like anywhere where we have truly low stability across all of our planets, I will make sure that things are kind of handled. So first things first, let's go ahead and this planet, since we have low stability here, let's build, where are you, actually? Hello? There it is, precinct houses. There's that, and we can go ahead and build gene clinics as well to get the population growing. And that's the only planet that actually has stability issues, but there are a ton of planets that have job opportunities. So I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading the Autoton monuments where possible to facilitate that. Also, let's see. Yeah, I am going to go ahead and upgrade the Hall of Judgment there. Need to be careful about how many upgrades I do at once because I don't have a huge surplus. But we also have several planets that I haven't been able to touch for an age, and now I have control of them. There's actually a lot of things that have advanced and changed as a consequence of, you know, just, well, they haven't changed as a consequence of being under enemy control this long, but the last time I had control of these planets, there were things I couldn't do. Now I can do things. So we're going to clear a lot of features here. Just get rid of a lot of junk on these planets, which will free up room for districts as the planets grow. And then we will, as soon as we can, actually address some of these employment concerns too. So I think here, let's go ahead and do, you know what, let's just do another city district. We need some more buildings, potentially. Alright, we definitely need more housing here, so I'll do a city district there. Yeah, there were planets that probably had a decent amount of population growth under occupation that I wasn't able to actually correct for. We have a massive mineral, or not mineral, but energy surplus right now due to our commercial pact with the Mephisciotans. So we managed to kind of bring them around, at least for now. And they like us a little bit more. I don't know if that will continue to be the case, but for now, we are in a non-aggression pact and in a commercial pact with them. What else can I build here? It's also worthwhile for me to... Yeah, see, I need to clear that. It's going to be worthwhile for me to take a look closely at all of my rare resources. Also, there are most likely planets which no longer need martial law. Like this one. I'm going to go ahead and end martial law here on Balenbeck. And I'll end it here as well. We can end the anti-crime campaign and end martial law. There's a little bit of devastation, and we do have some issues. If I repair the gene clinics here, that'll be a positive step for this population, and that will provide some amenities for them. So it's just a matter of really going through with a fine-tooth comb and repairing the things that I can repair as soon as I can. So not going to lie, as I mentioned in the last episode, we're probably going to spend most of this episode paused. Because it's the smart thing to do. Yeah, we're going to definitely get some more civilian fabricators upgraded because having more consumer goods get turned into a lot of higher level resources. So you want to make sure you build up a surplus there when you're at the beginning of an economic surge like the one we're about to have. Another thing that I can do, let's see, the Serpta. So there's actually another planet called Serpta. We need to change that. Let's make this Nubertog. How about that? Now, what I would like to do here... All right, so Kapara is in position to be a pretty good sector capital. Could I potentially... Yeah, you're too far from the sector capital to be added. Yeah, we looked at this earlier in the series. I remember that. So, like, Kartha probably needs to be a sector capital, or potentially Karthasht. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's go ahead and just say that. Or could we potentially select one of these and then include this planet down here? This could be a sector here, though, with all these planets, interestingly enough. We've got a lot of terraforming to do. There's just so much that can be done right now without even unpausing the game. It's insane. It's truly insane. And I love it. All right. I do need to sell some things in order to get that terraforming done, though. So, all right, tell you what. Let's... Yeah, you're going to be the new sector capital for sure. So that's defined. And that has now included a lot of the planets in that area, which is perfect. I have room to give you a governor, but I don't know that you're going to be the... You're not going to be the one just yet. I'll make that decision in a bit. But for now, tell you what, let's just go to our market. And we need to sell some food. We absolutely need to sell some consumer goods, because we have plenty. I don't think I need to sell alloys. It does definitely seem like, yeah, we have some additional planets up here that we need to work with, for obvious reasons. Yeah, so they had this set up as a research world in the midst of the war, so we need to change that. First things first, let's get a, well, first thing, why don't we, oh wow, there's a lot here. It's a forge world. Where is the precinct house? Did I scroll by it again? There it is. So let's get that built. And then we will replace you with an Autoton monument. We will replace you with crystal mines. We will replace you with moat harvesting traps. And we'll replace you with slave processing facility. And then we'll upgrade that. Now, speaking of slaves, we probably... yeah. So now we've enslaved this population as well. We want to have them have pretty much the same setup as my other slaves. We are exterminating the robots as per policy, because we're not going the robotic route this series. We might in the future, but not in this one. All right, so this could be a sector up here for sure. It probably makes sense just to have one of these planets be the sector capital. Casalo probably makes the most sense. So let's create a new sector. And this could be one where I go ahead and install a new governor. Especially if there's one that would reduce crime and increase stability. Remember that these traits only apply to the sector capital. Let's go ahead and have Merc, daughter of Jerk. Wow. Wow. You can't ask for better than that. Yes. Merc, daughter of Jerk, is now the governor of the Casalo sector. That's the thing that's happening. And now let's continue to see what we can build. All right, crystalline caverns. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. We're going to have to just look around and find various spots where we have the opportunity to build resource extraction. That's titanic life forms. Because I haven't really had the opportunity to do that too much yet. Let's unpause for a second just to get full reading on these planets. Yep, we can clear all of that. Clear that. Doesn't seem like there's a ton to be cleared, which makes me sad. Well, there's a ton to be cleared, but there's no rare resources. that I'm really seeing in large amounts. Okay, and then we are currently at our station cap, but I might be able to change where some of the stations are placed. So first things first, let me go ahead and reconnect stuff to the best of my ability. Mufrid is disconnected. Ushakaran is disconnected. Wayfrid is disconnected. Penasta is disconnected. Yunduk is disconnected. Rothbelek is disconnected. Yeah, all of these are disconnected at the moment. Makes me sad. Any others? I mean, probably. I would be shocked if there were no others. Yep, here's one here. This one was never connected in the first place. It's a new station. These need to be connected as well. We'll bring you down there and you there. So that will really help economically. So we're about to have a powerhouse economy as this thing kind of gets reconnected. One step at a time. All right, that fleet is still missing in action. I'm going to go ahead and order this fleet to upgrade at the Mufrid station. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with... All right, what is this? What are you? We've got a 9th star order. It's a battleship that I guess I'll go ahead and give the order to upgrade it, but it probably belongs with the 1st star order, so we'll have them merge once they return. Now the question is, now that I have conquered so much territory, can I get rid of some bases? You know? Vigimar seems like a good idea. You know what? Also, hang on. We could propose integration of the coalition of Jarell War. Which is hilarious. But I will eventually do that. We can subjugate them and integrate them eventually. They don't stand a chance against us now, so it's only a matter of time until... I mean, I may be able... No, I can't... Because they're hostile, I can't do anything too, like... I can't make them a protectorate, or I can't offer to guarantee their independence. Nothing like that just yet. But we can definitely make them a vassal in the future. And eventually I'll integrate these guys as well, the same way I did with the Yuri. Sounds so menacing. And it is. It is menacing. Alright. It's kind of time to unpause, I think. We're 12 minutes in. Let me see if there's anything else that I can do, though. Because there's just so much. Yeah, like here, for example. Hang on. Yeah, I can clear these. And then we can build another Autoton monument there. Yeah, let's let things play out for a bit and see what kind of developments arise. We could very well have another war declaration this episode. Oh, the Malavitan Commonwealth has rejected our embassy offer. So they're disloyal at the moment. We can't negotiate our agreement for another 59 months. Agreement currently is integration prohibited, restricted voting, expansion permitted. They're not getting anything from us. The Overlord will join the subject in their defensive wars. I hate that. But we are, fortunately, gaining loyalty right now from the current terms. So there's that at least. I just find it so interesting that they rejected the embassy offer. So they're not willing to play nice just yet, apparently. All right, so our fleet is returning to the Mufrid station. Subjugation request. The Mephishotan Imperial... Okay. Whatever. If you missed what just happened, these guys down here that we've been establishing like a friendly relationship with, they just backstab me by subjugating the coalition of Jarell War that I was just talking about eventually subjugating. Why they would subjugate the coalition of Jarell War all the way up here? Just to piss me off. There's no other good reason. Form defensive pact. I mean, this has been a pretty wild ride so far. A defensive pact would ensure that we have some peace for a little while. I'm going to say yes, but not because I like it. Especially given what they just did. I need a moment to gather myself after all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that research building there. And it looks like we have some moats, so I'll upgrade. Do I need the precinct houses anymore on Syndar Prime? I might not. We'll see. Anything I can... Oh, yeah, I can absolutely build an Auditon monument there. All right, and let's just let things continue for a moment. That fleet is going to be missing in action for a while longer. New negative trait. Ukna, daughter of Fori, one of our governors, is going to live for 10 years less time. That's unfortunate. Can't wait for these fleets to upgrade. Holy crap. We also have a ton of naval capacity, so chances are quite high. Honestly, I might go ahead and give the order right now. Let's take a look at this, because it's much easier to do this now, so I don't have to overthink it. Let me just copy this template. This is a new fleet. So we've got, you know, it's the same size of things. It looks like the command limit is slightly higher than is allowed. So I might just... There we go. We'll have one Dar Isklandorus. And now I'm going to give the order to just build this fleet outright. Because one thing I don't want to happen is I don't want these nearby enemies,
blocker cleared,
these other empires, to think that I'm weak and then just use that as an excuse to declare war on me right now. So we're going to build up our naval capacity as much as possible. Okay, Energy Nexus is available. Encryption, probably the next thing I'm going to go for. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that as a defensive measure. A lot of the things that I'm building just finished up. All right, Enthros Mandate, what can you do? Minerals might be a problem soon-ish, so let's go ahead and address that somewhat by building some mining districts where there are opportunities for mining. The Urana colony, you're going to need more housing soon, so you might as well build a city district. Bayenbeck, you don't have rare resources, but you do not have an Auditon monument, so let's give you that. We'll just do a... Oh, speaking of being out of minerals, Yawenbeck will build a city district. It is so good, holy crap, to be finally just doing some basic empire management. Now that I've said that, the game will find some way to stomp all over it in the next couple of seconds, but for now, it feels good. All right, these upgrades are going to take a while. We are too weak to survive on our own in this hostile galaxy. Will the High Dominion of Syndar protect us if we become your subject? So it looks like they want to become a bulwark. Integration prohibited, expansion permitted, restricted voting, and a defensive... Yeah, that's cool. So they've started converting to the bulwark specialization. Let's take a look at this real quick. I think if we go to agreements, so we have the Covenant of Cart. 50 months until terms negotiation, and 60 months until terms negotiation there. So the Covenant of Cart, I can actually have a holding on the planet Cart. All right, so this will give us additional influence if we build a Ministry of Truth on Cart. So let's do that. I love that idea right now, because we do need the influence in order to start building up our hyper relay network. That process has been delayed just precipitously. Speaking of that, hang on. We have so many ships. Yeah, we have a couple of colony ships. I have colonization opportunities that I've been sitting on for a while. Yeah, not colonizable, but Okay, yeah, so there are some colonizable planets, but I probably need to go ahead and start terraforming these. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and pull up the expansion planner. And I want to go by size first. And start terraforming all of these. So TA, this is a terraforming candidate, so we terraform you to an alpine world. It'll take 15k because it's a barren world by default. So this is a Mars-like planet, but it's going to be one heck of an alpine planet to have it added to our territory. So I am going to go ahead and spend that energy. That's a lot, though. That's a lot. Let me sell to regain some of it. I don't want to go too crazy with this, but we have some good surpluses right now, and I want to keep terraforming to the extent possible. All right, so next, Zastia 4, also a barren world. Let's actually go to Saragog, which is a continental world. I think that's the one I was just looking at, if I'm not mistaken. It is. So Saragog, we want to terraform you. That's just going to be 5,000. And I'm going to use these icons. So we have some tomb worlds here as well. How much would it cost? It's 10,000 to restore the tomb worlds. We're absolutely going to retake those colonies. I think we owe that to the citizens past. As a commenter said early on, they sacrificed their lives for the coming empire, and we have not forgotten. All right, so we have... And I appreciate comments like that. Help me build the narrative. It's fun. It's great. All right, so let's go ahead and... Ooh. Don't quite have enough, but that can be changed. There we go. All right, so that's all of the money I have to spend right now, but I'm making copious amounts. So I just need to give it a moment, and I'll be able to do more.
Technology secured.
What's this? Nice. Ship upkeep has been reduced. Ship build speed has been increased. Claim influence and war exhaustion gain. That's fancy, but I'd rather go for the Cyto revitalization centers first, because faster pop growth right now? Yes, please. Also, it looks like we have a little bit of a food problem at the moment, which is not surprising. The Covenant of Cart has audacious... You're my vassal. Why are you making claims? That doesn't make any kind of sense. Oh, the Coalition of Drellwar controls this space too. All right. Interesting. All right, let's pause for just a moment, because there's more... Oh, wait, no. Jobs are moving around. Okay. Let's go ahead and build an agriculture district here. This is... We're going to make this an agri world. I need to build... Yeah, we don't have a ton of minerals at the moment. But I can fix that. Just like that. Yeah, I need those Autoton monuments for the additional unity. I want to plow through the rest of the tradition tree, especially with the political stuff, so that I can mess with the galactic community. So... I haven't proposed anything here yet. Do I have any envoys I can assign? Not yet, but I will gain more as soon as I can. All right, rare crystals are actually in a bit of a free fall at the moment, somehow. I'm not quite sure how, but somehow. So I'm going to need to make sure that I build up what I need to in order to produce rare crystals.
Blocker cleared. Vessels upgraded. Blocker cleared.
Commercial pact invitation. The Malavitan Commonwealth has entered into a commercial pact with the coalition of Drellwar. Okay, so it looks like the first Star Order is back. So let me go ahead and give the first Star Order. I think these ships were meant for the first Star Order. Yeah, I think they were. So I'm now going to give the order for this fleet to upgrade. They're already in the Sin Station, so they just need to level up. And it does look like there are some additional ships that are somehow missing in action right now. How is that a thing? Do I have a station that's still disconnected? What's going on there? Also, I think it's time I invade all the Gaia planets in this system here. I think it's past time. We'll probably do that as soon as we can. I have some civilian ships I need to start giving orders to. Let's have you build a starbase there. I'm not even necessarily paying a ton of attention to, like, where they are. right now I don't have the ability to build any more ships. The Mephishotans actually have an improving opinion of us right now, which is fascinating. Can't say I fully understand that, but cool. Let's take another look at where we have our stations right now. We have shipyards in Sin, Sigara, Wayfrid, Tius, Thoravia. That is debatable that I need a shipyard there. Let's go ahead and downgrade that to an outpost. I don't think that's needed. We have the Penasta station here, also as a shipyard. It's debatable that that's needed as well, but it does help secure trade lanes in the area, so I'll let it stand for the time being. All right, Usha Karen is a good bulwark. Let's go ahead and actually give the order to upgrade that. The TA and Rothbelek stations are also good bulwarks. Let's go ahead and upgrade you as well. Gliderum. So Gliderum, I would say we need you. I don't know that we need Lando. That is giving us some naval capacity, but not any that we need. So let's downgrade you. I just don't think that's necessary. Eugenia, yes, we need. Vigimar, yes. Trappist, yes. Demon's Maw, absolutely. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. And also, we can go ahead and upgrade the Trappist station too. We can go ahead and do it. That's not a problem. Let's get that done. All right, now let's go back to speed 2 and let things continue. First Star Order fleet has been completely repaired. Yeah, so these upgrades are kicking in and ships are getting stronger. All right, the Gliderum station is disconnected right now. Oh, I know why. That's fair. That's fair. That's completely fair. Let's go ahead and reconnect it. Because I deleted the station it was connected to, so fair enough. All right, this Corvette, I need to figure out who you belong to. Also, it looks like I need to do some patrolling because we definitely have some piracy down here. I just need these upgrades to finish before I do that. All right, let's pause for another moment because we clearly have other building opportunities. These are going to pop up a lot. Okay, we're going to do a mining district there because it does seem like our mineral surplus is starting to vanish. Not surprising as our economy speeds up.
Blocker cleared.
There's that. Yeah, there's a lot of piracy right now.
Blocker cleared.
What do we have here? Regulatory facilitation, diplomatic weight from economy? Yes. Yes, by all means. Worker pop resource output? Yes. Let us vote on that. Let's get that in place.
Vessels upgraded.
All right. So rare crystals are not in as much of a shortage as they were. Economically, we're mostly balanced out. Okay, and it looks like the second Star Order is done. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to bring them down to Wayfrid and have the second Star Order start patrolling to Blonde, just to move through this area and secure trade lanes a bit, because it seems like it's needed. The first Star Order, I'll give them some additional, things to do. And I think part of what's happening with these extra ships, I'm not sure that the new fleet that I ordered is congealing properly, if we can use that word. I don't think that's happening, unfortunately, for some reason. We'll keep an eye on it. Ooh, Maleka has a housing shortage. Oh, and we can select a new tradition, which is the result of all of the audited monuments that I've selected. Also, let's go ahead and end martial law here. Okay, I'm just going to build a mining district there. Speaking of martial law, there are probably additional planets that I need to remove that from. I've talked about it a few times, but I don't know that I've gone up the entire list. Yeah, so right now we have an anti-crime campaign going here that's not needed. We still have some crime here, but I will end martial law on Tirgosh. And it looks like I can end martial law here as well. It'll help with resource production. We can end the anti-crime campaign on Wayfrid too. Yeah, so generally, things are better.
Blocker cleared.
Alright, those upgrades are still happening.
Receiving communications.
What's this? The Mephishotans want a migration treaty. I'm going to say no. I'm going to be a good xenophobe and say no. Because the High Dominion of Syndar wouldn't really agree to that, I don't think. Quid pro quo. Carefully worded rhetoric will make it clear that our support comes at a cost. Those we help owe us, and one day we will collect. Gravitas. Each envoy assigned to the Galactic community provides an additional 2.5% weight. I'm going to go ahead and go for quid pro quo first. The sooner we have that, the better, I think. Alright, Yawenbeck. I'm seeing what else I can build here. It might be a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and build synthetic crystal plants. The job opportunities are not actually there. This is not how I've typically been building of late. I've been waiting, you know, on these planets that say they need something built. I've been waiting for unemployed pops to actually arrive. All right, good. The storm is gone. Thank God. That was the most horrifically timed storm in just the history of Stellaris content on my channel.
Vessels upgraded.
That might be slightly hyperbolic, but it doesn't feel hyperbolic. Okay, let's look at trade routes. We've got some piracy up in the direction of our new territory. So we would probably benefit, I would say... Let's send you down here to Uxfriri. And then once they're there, we'll have them patrol all the way up to Trappist and back. Also,
construction vessel under attack.
Yep, pirates sighted just in time. All right, so just kidding. We're not going to do that. We're going to... They're showing up in the same spot every time. This system really seems to be a hotbed for pirates. I have some more ships building, but for whatever reason, they're not getting built quickly. Let's see if there's a fleet that is growing together. I don't see one yet. I really don't know what's happening with the missing in action. It might have had something to do with the storm, but it's really unusual, especially given that it's going to be like close to another year, about a little bit more than half a year before they actually arrive, and I can tell what's going on with them. So that's strange. All right, satisfying insults. So this will give us additional insult efficiency, and we gain a benefit for insulting another empire every 5 years. That's hilarious. That I will do.
Blocker cleared.
Also, now that I have cleared up some room, let me do a couple of things. I'm going to go ahead and set up a station here at Nemosi. I do not currently have a scientist in charge of this ship, but I don't have a free leader, though. So you're currently getting debris. Tell you what. I want you to actually come survey that system next. And then I believe I had a construction ship en route there. Yep. Perfect. That upgrade is going smoothly. Very good. I've got lots of alloys, at least. That's positive. We've just got to deal with those pirates so that they don't hurt my economy any more than they're already hurting it. Yeah, and New Talaiden is still in a frontier sector. So, I mean, I suppose I could... We've got a number of planets in frontier sectors. I didn't realize. I could just assign a planetary governor, but again, we don't have room for that at the moment, so I'm going to hold off.
Blocker cleared.
Economically, things seem to be stabilizing a bit.
0G mining platform disrupted.
Which is really nice. Also, is there anything on my... Let's take a look at this. Discover L-Gate Insight. How many L-Gate Insights do I have? 1 of 7. Yeah, I need more. Because I haven't found that many. And I would like to try and get into the L-Gate cluster, if at all possible. Where the hacking hack? I didn't mean to take a screenshot. There we go. F5. Obviously, I'm still learning my hotkeys now that I've reclaimed them. So... Oh, nice. We can proclaim superiority with some of our I'm going to go ahead and select that, and I will proclaim superiority. Because it's the narratively appropriate thing to do. Also, we're at 35 minutes, so tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and stop this one here. It's been a peaceful episode, mostly just management. I have some ships that are on the way down to deal with some piracy, and then what I want to do is not only have a third fleet, but then I want to build some smaller, like, cloakable, like, corvette fleets that are really designed to patrol and catch pirates, because I'm going to have the naval capacity to do it, and I think that would be a nice change of pace. So I might work on that in the beginning of the next episode and kind of have that going and have them patrolling in various different sections of all of this space that I now control, because that's a lot. Also, our vassals are loyal to us now, so we might be able to actually get them to take an embassy with us. I'll go ahead and send that, and we'll find out at the beginning of the next episode whether or not they accepted it. But for now, let's step away for the time being. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 3 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.